And as a woman, having to work hard for money scares me more than never getting married. Like, I'm sorry, that shit sounds like a nightmare. Like, I want to be paid to exist. That is the only reality I accept. I'm not accepting shit else. No heavy lifting, no chasing paper, chasing chicken, grinding till I die. I'm not doing that shit. I think that should scare every woman more than never getting married.
Kings, we open here because she said the quiet part loud. Paid to exist. That is the expectation on the table. Not partnership, not contribution, not mutual building, just payment for existing. As the African proverb says, the one who tells the stories rules the world, and she just told her own story without realizing it. A king hears this and immediately understands what kind of arrangement is being proposed. And he declines.
I've dated so much. I'm not used to paying for anything, at least anymore. I only date a certain type of man. And what do you mean I have to pay for my own food? What do you mean I have to take my own trash out? What do you mean I have to buy my own bud? What do you mean I don't have a man that's accessible where I can What do you mean? What do you mean I'm not a passenger princess anymore because I've only dated men with cars? I'm not used to this life. I'm used to getting a man's car and holding my head down and going about my day. This is horrible. I really am not used to this. But I guess I have to develop some sort of independence. But it's so inconvenient for me. Why do I have to spend my own money?
She described dependency as a lifestyle and called self-sufficiency inconvenient. Brothers, a man who has built himself, who cooks his own food, cleans his own space, manages his own life, looks at this and sees not a partner but a liability. The axe forgets, but the tree remembers. Every man who funded this lifestyle left something behind. And when the last one left, the bill finally arrived in her name. Keep watching Kings because the entitlement gets louder before it gets quieter.
Adulting as a single woman has to be the most ghettoest thing I've ever done. Like, baby, I'm so tired. I am. Like my nails. I'm tired of bringing my own groceries in the house. You know, I'm just tired, baby. I'm tired. There's a lot of things I don't want to do by myself anymore. I'm tired. Where's my husband? Where's my husband?
Where is her husband? Kings, he is at the gym. He is at his desk, building his business. He is cooking his own meal, paying his own bills, building his own peace. He is not hiding. He is simply no longer available for the role she is advertising. As the elders say, the forest would be silent if no bird sang except the one that sang best. A king who has built his life well does not volunteer to carry someone else's inconvenience.
Okay, nobody asked me this, but these are the things that I'm tired of doing as an adult. Getting gas, getting groceries, doing laundry, cleaning up, going to work, going to work, going to work, going to work.
Gas, groceries, laundry, work. Brothers, that is called Tuesday. That is the baseline of adult life for every man who has ever built anything. No announcement, no viral video, just discipline, quietly applied every single day. Knowledge is like a garden. If it is not cultivated, it cannot be harvested. A man who masters the basics builds the foundation. She is still negotiating with the basics.
I feel as though not enough of us are talking about the amount of shit that we have to pay for. I'm sitting here filling up my cart with home decor items, while filling up my cart with just day-to-day basis items that I need for my apartment, while filling up my cart with groceries, while filling up my cart with things for my dog, while filling up my cart with new clothes and shoes and beauty care, while also planning my birthday trip, while paying day-to-day bills. I'm tired of swiping. And I never thought I would say this in my 27, almost 28 years of life. I'm tired of swiping my own card. So I need someone else's card. That's because I'm trying to redecorate my apartment and still live, have a social life, because I still gotta spend money when I go outside, have my little zin with the girls, have little drinks with the girls. be the hostess with the mostest with the girls. I'm trying to redecorate for the, you know what I'm saying? And I just keep swiping and swiping and swiping. Somebody take my card and give me these. Please, immediately. Immediately, too. Thank you. Thank you.
Birthday trip, home decor, dinners with the girls, shoes, beauty items. And the solution is someone else's card. Kings, a man who has managed his own finances, knows immediately what is happening here. This is not a woman struggling. This is a woman overspending and looking for someone else to absorb the consequence. If you want to go far, go together. But going together means both people carry weight. Not one person carries two.
I know nobody gives a shit, but I'm real tired of paying fucking bills. I'm real tired of needing fucking money to pay said bills. Just want to fucking live. I just want to wake up every day and have fun. Or do nothing, depending on how I feel, without having to worry about how to pay these fucking bills with money. Ugh.
Without worrying about paying bills with money. Brothers, that sentence deserves its own moment. Bills paid with what exactly? A king builds his financial life with the same discipline he builds everything else. Not because he loves paying bills, but because a man who controls his finances controls his freedom. And freedom is the goal. She wants the freedom without the discipline. A king knows those two things are inseparable.
I am so tired of paying bills, y'all. Worrying about bills, thinking about bills, knowing a bill is coming, knowing a bill was just paid, and there's another one that's coming. Like, this shit just don't stop. Like, it don't. I don't care about no auto pay. I still know the money came out my account, and I know where it went to, and I'm just like, what the hell? I could have did something else with that. Like, I literally could have did something else with that. You know what I mean? I'm over it. I'm over it on being on this floating spear with psycho and sociopaths. Okay? And then freaking this government politician. I'm over it. I'm over it. I'm over it, y'all. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. Lord, somebody just, I don't know, cash at me, make me feel good today. Cash at me, make it better. Make it better. Send me some money.
She is exhausted by the weight of adult financial responsibility, and the solution is for someone to send her money. As the African proverb says, rain does not fall on one roof alone. A king builds a life where the rain is managed, not wished away. Budget, save, invest, protect. That is the sequence. That is the only sequence that works. But kings, if you are building that foundation right now, stay with us, because the next clip is for you. If you are one of the kings out here building quietly while the noise gets louder, this channel was made for you. Hit subscribe and stay in the room with men who are moving with purpose.
So I came across this. She says, if you can't afford a woman's lifestyle to date within your budget, stop shaming women for wanting what you can't provide. And you can't provide it for you either. See, that's the irony of the gaslighting. You don't got the money to get what you want. So you're looking for a man to give you your unreasonable requests and demands. Nobody can afford a woman in America. You know why? You guys are insatiable. You want everything. If you get this car, you're thinking about the next one. If you get a nice house, you're thinking about a bigger one. Nothing will ever be enough because you're not happy and satisfied on the inside. There is a hole in your heart that you're trying to fill with things, and that will never work. And that is the core problem.
He said everything, kings. Insatiable. A hole in the heart being filled with things. Nothing will ever be enough because the emptiness is internal, not external. A king who has done his own internal work recognizes this immediately. He is not the solution to someone else's unresolved relationship with themselves. That is not his burden to carry. That is not his bill to pay. The African proverb says, do not set yourself on fire to keep someone else warm. A king who understands his own value does not offer himself as fuel.
Invisible costs that women pay to exist that men don't even think about. All right, well, let's take a look. Beauty expectations, waxing, brows, hair, laser. Yeah, you don't need this to exist, actually. You could just look natural. The pink tax, same product, same ingredients, higher price. Well, then just buy the male product if you've recognized this. At this point, if you still buy female products, that's a skill issue. The price of periods, pads, tampons, painkillers. Yeah, these require raw materials. So here are all the raw materials and tampons alone. If you can manage to start a company, source the raw materials, package the products, and give it to women for free, be our guest. Workplace bias, dress professionally. Yeah, men have to dress professionally too, sweetheart. You wanted equal treatment, you get equal treatment, and then you cry discrimination. The cost of safety, taxis instead of walking. Oh yeah, no, because men don't pay for safety. It's not like men are experiencing assault and violence at a higher rate than women. Oh, wait, yeah, they are. The motherhood penalty, career pauses, slower growth, smaller pensions. Well, you all did this to yourselves. Women were happier under the patriarchy, statistically, and then feminists had the bright idea to fight for the right to work alongside men in the workforce. The price of aging. Oh yeah, because men don't age, just women out here aging. Anti-aging marketed to us before we even... Same thing to men. It's the same stuff. It's just that we're smart enough to not believe that some cream is going to stop us from aging. That is just so tough.
Every single point, addressed directly, without apology. Brothers, a man who thinks clearly is dangerous to a narrative built on assumptions. He did not get angry. He did not dismiss. He just applied logic, item by item, and the argument dissolved. This is the energy of a king, not loud, not reactive, just clear. Calm water does not mean there are no crocodiles. The man who thinks before he speaks cannot be easily manipulated.
So as it turns out, the student loans that I've been paying $1,500 a month for 2 years have a 17% interest rate. So what I thought I've been paying off for all this time, I'm actually, I owe more than what I started off with. What the fuck? So, Jeff Bezos, this would be a really cool fucking time to Venmo me, bro. I owe $90,000, and I didn't even spend that much on school. Any rich person, please tap in. Kourtney Kardashian, you probably have 8 houses. I'm never gonna be able to buy one because I went to college. I just signed up to be an egg donor. Guess what? Got approved. Who wants my fucking kids? I can't afford them, so start a bidding more. Just fucking take them. What do you want? My left arm too? What the fuck am I supposed to do? I'm gonna be in debt.
$90,000. 2 years of payments. And she owes more than she started with. Kings, this is the consequence of financial decisions made without financial education. Not a judgment, a lesson. A man who understands compound interest, who reads before he signs, who asks questions before he commits. That man does not find himself in this position. Knowledge is power, and financial knowledge is freedom. Build that foundation, brother. Nobody is coming to Venmo you out of a bad decision.
Bro, ain't shit been funny since I turned 20. I swear to God, I want to go back to being a fucking kid so bad. Ooh. Ooh. Bro, what the fuck?
She wants to go back to when life was simpler, when someone else handled everything. Brothers, a king never goes back. He builds forward. Whatever the world looks like today, that is the terrain. And a man who adapts, who builds skills, who stays disciplined regardless of the climate. That man does not need 2020 to return. As the African proverb says, however long the night, the dawn will break. Keep building.
Bro, I'm not gonna fucking make it in this fucking world because, tell me why I just went to fucking Kroger's and got groceries. I just got paid today. My last fucking paycheck. And I spent $73 fucking on popcorn, crackers, Cheez-Its, milk, ranch dressing, tomatoes. just basic shit, man. Like, a box of fucking Cheez-Its and a box of fucking crackers was $5 a fucking piece. The ranch dressing was fucking $5. The tomatoes were $4. Like, the milk is $7 a gallon and my kid drinks 3 gallons a week. That's $20 fucking dollars. Like, how the fuck did I barely get any goddamn food and it's $73 fucking dollars? Like, what the fuck am I gonna do?
Kings, here is the practical reality of what poor financial habits produce. Crackers, Cheez-Its, ranch dressing. With $73 and a child to feed, those are not the choices of a woman who has learned to stretch a budget. Those are the choices of a woman who has never had to. A man who manages his household finances knows every item on that list could have been replaced with something nutritious and affordable. Discipline at the grocery store is discipline everywhere else.
And when are we gonna address the fact that the cost of living is literally costing a fucking living? I ain't signed up for this shit. A motherfucker is tired. Very grateful to be able to obtain in this time that we're living in. Cause God forbid you gotta start over. They not even hiring, not only for degrees, but for regular jobs, regular positions. They're not hiring for shit. Then don't have been somewhere where the cost of living was already high as a motherfucker. Now it's triple double that. Quality shit as fuck. Go to the grocery store. The second you buy some motherfucking fruit, you bring that shit home. Do you know you got 30 minutes? 30. Gas is literally lasting 2 and a possible. Bitch, 48 hours? All I did was go to work and back home. Like, it's not even that far, bitch. I'm like 10 minutes away. Like, I'm over it for real, though.
Some of what she said is real. The cost of living is genuinely high. Inflation is real. The economic pressure on ordinary people is real. But a king separates the genuine challenge from the avoidable one. Yes, eggs cost more. No, that does not mean financial literacy becomes optional. The man who builds multiple income streams, who spends intentionally, who saves consistently, that man weathers the storm that drowns everyone else. Calm water does not mean there are no crocodiles. Prepare in the good times for the hard ones.
I have to work 40 hours a week just so I can have a place to live. 40 hours a week makes me $2,000 a month, and my rent is $1,660. So I work 40 hours a week so I can have a 2-bedroom apartment and an extra $300 a month. Like, it doesn't cover my phone, internet, food, you know? So not only do I not have any extra money, but just working makes me so exhausted that I don't have time either. Like, I get off work at 5:30, come home, and I'm just so tired. Anything that I need to do outside of work, I then just push off to like the weekend, and I'm like, I'm just too tired to do this after work. I'll wait until Saturday. So then I end up with so much to do on the weekend that ends up having to be split into 2 days. So I have to do stuff on both Saturday and Sunday. So then I don't get a day off. I don't get a day to relax. I don't get to decompress. So it is really like working 7 days a week.
Kings, we sit with this one for a moment. She is working. She is trying. And the numbers genuinely do not add up. But a king knows his numbers before he signs anything. He lives below his means while he builds above them. He does not stretch his housing budget to the point where one missed shift changes everything. Financial freedom starts with one decision. Spend less than you earn. Every single month, without exception.
I don't know if I'm the only one, but like this whole independent life is not for me anymore. Like, I'm 28, I've been maintaining myself for the past like 10 years y ya, yo quiero el otro día que puse a mirar video de gente, de muchachas que tú sabes que son amas de casa, que están casadas, que tienen novio, que viven con el novio, que no pagan renta. I'm just like, can I be you?
10 years of independence and she is done. Brothers, men have been doing this for decades. No viral video, no breakdown, no waiting to be rescued, just showing up every single day because that is what the mission demands. A king does not maintain himself because he enjoys every moment of it. He maintains himself because that is what a man of character does. Quietly, consistently, without waiting to be applauded for it.
I'm struggling, I can't call nobody, not a piece of family, a sister, a cousin, a brother, a shit, to ask for shit, not $100, not $50, not $25, I can't call nobody and ask for shit, but when I'm up and I got it and I'm giving shit out, it's not a problem to motherfuckers, like, I'm just so tired of being tired, G. I swear to God, like, I'm tired of being a single mama. I'm tired of taking care of 2 kids by myself. I'm tired of this shit, G. Like, this depression, they take that shit as a fucking joke. This shit not no fucking joke. This shit'll really make your ass crash out. All that bitter baby daddy, a motherfucker mad you don't want to be with them, all type of shit. This shit is stressful on the motherfucker. A single mom, this shit is really stressful. Y'all niggas, y'all daddies, y'all need to start doing y'all motherfucking part. It don't take no money to take care of y'all kids, G. It don't take no fucking money. All it take is time out your motherfucking day. If us mamas gotta rearrange y'all shit, y'all should have to rearrange y'all shit too. Stop being like that when y'all got motherfucking kids out here. Most of y'all daddies need to step the fuck up and be a fucking daddy, G.
This one lands differently, kings, because the pain here is real. A woman raising children alone is genuinely exhausted. That is not an argument. That is a human being at her limit. But the African proverb says, a child who is not embraced by the village will burn it down to feel its warmth. The village starts with the choices made before the child arrives. A king who is building his life right now is also building the environment his future family will grow in. Intentionally, carefully, with full understanding of what is at stake. Choose wisely. The consequences of that choice outlive the moment it was made.
Being Latina and still being single in your 30s is almost like, I already grew up in survival mode and it's a whole nother survival mode. So I'm like, what if I never get married? We're already hitting like past 30 and I'm still not married. Still no man in sight. Just kidding. There's potentials, but like no one is they're just not my match yet, you know? And like, I know it isn't just Latina culture, but it's other cultures as well. But it's just, I already grew up in survival mode and it's like, I feel like I'm hitting survival mode again, where I'm like kind of having that inner freak out as to like, okay, what are my plans? What are my next steps? Like, I always thought I was going to be able to do it with someone else. And now it's like, we might not. So we're kind of like reaching a point where like, I'm like, okay, what are my plans for my next steps in life? And I just grew up a certain way where I don't want to go back. We're not looking back. I don't want to go back. My parents already worked hard to give me a better life than what they had. And I want to work harder to give my life I want to give my life more of an elevation, especially hitting 30s.
We close here, kings, and we close with this. She always thought she would do it with someone, and somewhere along the way, the someone never arrived. Or arrived and was not the right one, or was right and was not chosen. Build yourself, king, not to attract someone, not to prove something, but because a man who is fully built, financially, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, is the man who creates the kind of life worth sharing. And when the right person arrives, he is ready. As the African proverb says, the wise do not sit and wait for good things. They rise and walk toward them. Rise, king. Walk, build, and let everything else follow. Give this video a thumbs up and share it with a man who needs to hear this. Subscribe and hit the notifications bell to stay updated. Thank you for watching, and we will see you in the next one.